Hi, it's Dr. Bob, and today I'm here at Bridal Veil Falls in Provo Canyon in Utah. This is a great opportunity for us to see, again, the deformation that happens in the sediment layers that are laid down through the flood. What we'll notice here is that we have a little bit of a syncline here, and throughout this canyon we'll see these anticlines and these synclines, which represent the folding of these sediment layers in the events that occurred during the global flood. It's unique because obviously these rocks did not have the opportunity to lithify before the forces came upon them and we began to see this folding. There's some other unusual aspects to this formation. The Silurian and the Ordovician layers, so from those periods of the flood, are missing. Because again, these are probably highland areas, and as the waters continue to rise, there were not opportunities for those sediments to be deposited here until later into the flood. An interesting side note, the uppermost sediment layer here in Provo Canyon is called the Humbug Fault. So just a little bit of amusement there. But this is another great opportunity for us to see what happens when these sediments are laid down and then the forces are acted upon them during the flood, causing them to fold and to buckle in this way. This is interesting for another reason, because it's named Provo Canyon. We actually know that this was an area that was impacted. This cutting that you see here was a significant impact as a result of the dams breaking through at the end of the Ice Age, when we had those deposits that then caused great amounts of water to rush through the western part of the United States on their way to the ocean. And so the Lake Bonneville, so this large, massive inland sea, would have occupied a major part of northern Utah and into Idaho and even into Wyoming and parts of Colorado. And then when it broke through, it actually carved a lot of these canyons that we see, and then gave us what we have left. Was Provo Lake initially, but now it has receded even further, and that's the Great Salt Lake that we see up in Salt Lake area, which is now, of course, a salt body of water, but is the remnants of the Provo Lake, which was the remnants of Lake Bonneville. So an amazing opportunity for us to see what happens when these floodwaters act in these catastrophic ways on the sediments that were laid down during the flood. So again, this is Dr. Bob from Provo Canyon, Bridal Veil Falls, reminding you that it's okay to believe.